Tiffany Henyard dancing out her final days in office.
Y'all painted me in a bad light, and that wasn't right.
But before she's gone,
people want to know what's next for you.
Ben Bradley adds up one last tally of how much she cost taxpayers.
Stay tuned.
Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
Okay, here we go.
Self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard leaves office in the next few weeks after being badly beaten at the ballot box. Questionable spending, clashes with trustees, and an ongoing FBI investigation led to her undoing.
Investigative reporter Ben Bradley broke many of the stories that exposed the issues. And tonight he returns to the south suburbs for a new accounting of Henyard's reign.
Ooh, let's go.
I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it.
The curtain will soon close on the Tiffany Henyard show, but not before one last dance.
Supervisor,
Come
on now. People want to know what's next for you.
Know what's next? Why you out here? Why are you out here?
We were there for Henyard's final food giveaway and a new tally of what she's cost taxpayers. On Easter weekend, cars lined up for blocks. Tens of thousands of tax dollars spent for another one of Henyard's famous food giveaways.
Our last hurrah, and I did not vote for that woman, and I never didn't vote for her before, but I'm gonna give me something to eat today.
I like the giveaways, but I don't like her.
Oh my God.
She's nasty.
She's giving us back what we already gave, but ain't nobody else doing that either.
Wow.
Tiffany Henyard does spend a lot of money, some of it on worthwhile programs, but she's also benefited handsomely and questionably. Newly obtained records show last year Henyard was paid more than $347,000 from Dolton and Thornton Township, the two governments she runs. That's more than Chicago's mayor makes.
Wow.
Henyard's comp includes $282,000 from the township, which also gave her a $4,900 per month expense allowance and an $1,100 monthly vehicle allowance.
Ooh.
That's despite the fact Dolton taxpayers spent six figures on two SUVs police used to chauffeur Henyard.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard.
And did we mention Henyard hasn't attended a single meeting since she lost re-election?
Wow.
Why haven't you been to board meetings since your defeat?
And work.
You don't want to answer? You're still getting paid. Why not go to the meetings?
Wow.
It just proves that what she was doing was very selfish. It wasn't about the people.
Stephanie Wiedemann worked for the township for 20 years and blew the whistle on many of Henyard's antics.
If she had just said, oh, I made a mistake, everybody would have moved on. We pointed out the mistakes and she put on the show. You know, everybody paid attention because every 2 weeks it was like a sitcom.
Y'all are black, and y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
You the ones that's costing the village money.
I don't have that call. I was calling.
All right.
Okay.
What was she supposed to do? You wanted her to explain? Don't drag out the meeting. I made a motion.
WGN Investigates has documented first-class trips for Henyard and her entourage that cost taxpayers well over $100,000. There was a stay at a Four Seasons and steak dinners. In late 2023, this was how she explained it.
I love this.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Taxpayers are the ones stuck with the bill. The supervisor and others get unusual perks, including $600 a day for every day they travel out of state for the township, and $400 per day for travel within Illinois, plus the cost of their travel expenses. We asked Henyard's successor whether he agrees with the supersized paydays.
What you make is based upon what you are able to deliver. That's more so saying, like, you know, people believe that professional athletes shouldn't get paid millions of dollars, that doctors should be, or teachers for that matter. So I'm not going to get here and go into a debate about what should be getting or what should be this salary or this.
With what we've been through and how easily we saw it is to abuse the system, I think it's important that the residents pay attention and continue to pay attention and continue to hold people accountable.
Despite it all, the spending, a questionable cancer charity, an ongoing FBI investigation, and even a brawl at a board meeting. Henyard still has her supporters.
I think she's doing what men have been doing for years as far as her security and all those things. She needs that.
She give back to the community, so, I mean, what more can people ask for?
And Tiffany Henyard vows the show will go on.
You told us on Election Day we haven't heard the last of you. What's next for you?
It's a lot next for me. Stay tuned.
That car wash song is crazy.
The FBI is still tuned in. Sources say agents have visited several of Henyard's allies at home in recent weeks, looking for information and cooperation. As for the six-figure township supervisor's salary, it was 6 times higher than the leaders of Illinois' other largest townships, but it will be reduced to just over $50,000 per year when the new supervisor takes over in mid-May. Some of the other allowance perks, they'll remain in place. Ben Bradley, WGN Investigates.
Hey, shout out to WGN Investigates. All right, what y'all think about that? What'd you think? If you want to, no apologies if you're done, you want to hop on real quick and talk, we can. Just let me know. I thought it was wild that the lady said I didn't vote for her. That was vile.
Shooting during last summer.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Matter of fact, I'm going to back it up. I think I can. It's live. I can't rewind it. Let me see if it's on their YouTube. Because I would love to hear that lady say that. Yeah, I didn't even vote for her, but I'm coming to get this food. That is crazy. But we knew that. We knew that was the truth. Okay, well, let me rewind. I got to wait till it's over. Okay, well, that was fun. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Yeah, so what did y'all think, man? If y'all want to, real quick, no apologies. I think if you would like to, you can. You're welcome to hop on. Let me know. I know you were busy a moment ago, so if you're busy still, it is all good. But I'm right there with you. You don't think Napoleon? That's my first time hearing Napoleon speak, I have to say. Yeah, dang, you didn't have to give me the time. You didn't have to give me a time check, man. Come on. Don't do that to me. Yeah, it was 5 minutes though. They should have had a larger segment. I was hoping it was, but well, it is what it is. I think, hey, you gotta have a strong constitution to turn that down. So I understand. I just wish.
DNC delegates and others who attended were inside when shots were fired. The charge is the suspect.
It will not let me back this up. Darn, I want to hear that lady say that she ain't vote for her, but she came to get that food again. That was crazy. Child, what does B. Jones say? B. James say, child, we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray by WGN. I stayed up for this. I'm trying to tell you, but I appreciate you rocking with me though, for sure. The fact that even now at the end, she still won't answer questions directly. That's all right. The FBI will do their thing. Hey, by the way, that video where she's interviewed by Ben Bradley, that is the first time I saw her. That's that first video I saw. I have it somewhere. I have a copy of the full video, the full interview. Because that was like that was the first and the last time she did any interview. She didn't do any more interviews like that. Yeah, they got it on camera for sure. I think some more old clips than asking new questions. I agree. I wish they had given some new information. They didn't talk about Lori. They didn't talk a lot about that kind of stuff. They could have just go ahead and given us a whole full 15-minute segment. You know what I'm saying? The sad thing is food insecurity and real thing in America. TIF exploited it. It's definitely there in Dolton. I think there's a lot of room in that area for just some new businesses, man. I really hope the new businesses are able to get into Dolton and really provide the services and the the infrastructure that that community needs. Because I think there's a lot of room there, in my opinion. There's a lot of room for growth. There's a lot of room for businesses to get in there. I don't know what it looks like tax wise for a business, but a small grocer, that kind of stuff like that. There's a lot of room for that, in my opinion. It is what it is, man. Hopefully, Napoleon will do a better job. My thoughts on Napoleon. Napoleon's a politician. He knows what side his bread is buttered on. He also knows that he's going to be responsible for a lot of those. He's going to be a beneficiary of a lot of those perks, like the travel perk and the car allowance and stuff like that. I think he knows, look, I ain't going to say nothing crazy about this because I'm going to be a beneficiary of it. Now, I don't know how he's going to roll once he gets in. I'm just hoping that the people of Thornton Township that need help will be properly taken care of. So if he does that, then I think most of us will probably be perfectly fine with him. So I think his comments were measured. That's a good way to say it. I think they were measured because he knows, look, because some of these things have been in place for a long time before Tiffany anyway. So, the car allowance and stuff like that, that's there for him. So I ain't mad at him, but that's my little 2 cents. Oh, thank you so much. All right, good people. It's been fun. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us tonight. Let's do this again tomorrow, or at least this week. So, like I said, I have a guest coming on Thursday. As soon as it's confirmed and I get the picture for the thumbnail, I'll make sure y'all have it. And we'll have a good show on Thursday. I got some videos dropping tomorrow too, so we'll have some good shows, some good videos tomorrow as well. But everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Thank you so much for your support and being a part of the best live chat on the internet. If you don't mind, tip your waiters on the way out the door. If you're not familiar with what that means, make sure you hit the like button and drop a green heart in the chat on your way out. Everybody have a fantastic night. And until then, until then, grace and peace. See you soon.